Okay, welcome back. We are gonna finish cutting this up. We have to cut one more piece off of that quarter panel over there. And man, it is cold. That is not cigar smoke, that is cold. That's condensation. It is very cold. So I got the heater cranking away. Not really doing much. I need a bigger heater or I need to insulate this roof. But so we have this cutoff wheel because the wheel on my Dremel is too small to cut away at this part right here. By the way, this is a no-name cigar, probably like $3 or $4. Just kind of did the smell test on it. As nasty as that sounds, if you're a cigar smoker, you get it. Smells really great, so I bought it, and it smokes really good too, but cheap, like $3 or $4. So we're gonna cut here, and we're gonna try and get a nice spot for a butt weld. I bought a bunch more pliers and vice grips and clamps, so that way we can get the car all straight, ready for the fender to go on. I don't think I'm gonna get the fender on tonight, sadly. First, I need to get that gas cap onto the fender, and I think that with how structural it could potentially be, how important it could potentially be to avoid having the quarter panel get dented in or something like that when something lands on it or falls on it, I'm going to use the actual body shop stuff, the panel bonding stuff, instead of liquid nails. And liquid nails needs room temperature to dry anyway, just like the panel bond stuff, so it might be too cold anyway, but we're gonna just make sure it's nice and straight, everything, and just take my time. And then I want to get this done ASAP so I can start doing real work on the car. Car needs a fire system, car needs to get the cool suit in. I need to do a compression test on the motor, drop the transmission, change the final drive, so lots of work to do. All right, this was cut with the cutoff wheel, just going like this, going like this, going like this, going like this, and then just taking taking this file and filing it because I don't have a body saw or anything small enough to get in that spot. You can see there's a little piece of that tab that's still left on there. I don't care. I'm just gonna leave it there. I mean, I could probably even break it off. Yeah, it looks like I actually can. So I'm probably just gonna break that off, and then I'm just going to weld the panel back on here after I cut the panel up. Okay, and the next thing is to straighten this out. So to straighten it out, we're gonna take one piece of metal on the bottom, one piece on the top, and then clamp it together at multiple spots with the vice grip. All right, gonna cut along here with a cutoff wheel. Poor little guy is dying over here. It's out of season, buddy. I feel bad. I hate killing animals, man. But yeah, so this one, gotta cut it, and then in the spirit of getting everything straight, you can see this is kind of mangled. So yeah, and it looks like somebody put a sweet DOHC VTEC sticker on this single cam EX Civic. Tisk tisk. So, okay, here's what we're doing. So basically, laying this down so that I can see how it fits on the back side of this fender, because like I said, the fender's not in very good shape. And then what we're doing is we're flipping it up, and we're gonna see how the gas cap fitment best looks. So I'm gonna lay the phone down over here. Maybe you guys can get a good view of this, maybe not. At this point, I don't really care, but you're watching this because you're good people. Just want you to know that. Anyway, all right, so the gas cap is bolted in to this little assembly behind the quarter panel. And so we're just lining it up to make sure that it looks right. Now, if you look at this cap, it has 2 bolts here, so you can actually slide it in and out. Honda designed it for idiots like us. And so basically, we're just trying to get it as best as we can mocked up so that it just kind of looks sort of normal, you know? Doesn't have to be great. This ain't a show car, but I do want it to look somewhat good. So, that being said, we are playing with the gas cap. So this looks like a good spot here. It is sitting pretty flush underneath of the fender. So if I can get this to, okay, so now I lost my position. If I can get this to stay like this, without this gas cap getting in my way, I can mark the imperfections on the fender onto this cap. That will allow me to make sure that it is positioned where I want it to be. That allows me to get perfect, optimal body fitment on this beautiful show car that I am building. God forgive me. So we're taking it off now, taking off this gas cap. Pull that bolt off. One more bolt. Got it where I like it for the most part. And then we're going to take panel bond and bond the two together. So here, gas cap door, and you can see it's pretty good where it's at. Just marking to make sure it's as good as I can get it. And that doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna pull it off and lay it down, not breaking it. And you can see it's got markings on the inside now to match it up with the fender. So now what we can do is we can get the panel bond, flip this over or not, glue all around here, stick it on, and put something underneath of the body panel, the fender, so that it gets tacky. Let it cure overnight. We might let the heater run, and hopefully it doesn't set a fire. And yeah. As you may know, well, as I probably have told you a million times, I cheaped out on some stuff. This one thing I did not cheap out on. I was gonna do something goofy, maybe weld it together, talk to Jim Tramontano, No Money Motorsports. Again, thank you, dude. Huge shout out. He recommended getting this gun. It's like a fancy gun that does 2 bottles at the same time. This is some freaking scary chemical stuff. And it comes with this cap. You remove this red cap, and then you take one of these nozzles and you put it underneath of this cap right here, slide it in, and then you should be able to go. It does say some stuff about equalizing the cartridges, and it does give you some cure time. So it looks like for 50 degrees, between 50 and 73, which is what I hope it is in here, we have to basically let it cure for like an entire day. Yeah, this is not ideal. Hopefully it holds. We will see. But good news is we do have 2 of these nozzles. And when I do the actual fender, when I do the quarter panel, I'm going to do it for sure with the heat on. Hopefully in the day, maybe. We'll get started though. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to get this stuff done. So I'll show you guys how it goes together. All right, it's a lot simpler than I thought. It's like a caulk gun. They said equalize. What that means is basically, I assume, is just spray out enough of a layer, right? And I just kind of put a little bit on my table here to get the 2 compounds mixed up. And then I just spread a crap load all over this fuel cap. I don't know if it's too much or too little. I'll get Jim to watch this because I know he doesn't watch my videos. No, that's just a piece of metal on my camera. But yeah, so I'm going to put that on the panel, and I'm going to use a bug light to support it because I'm a bug. All right. Wow, this sucked. It sucked because this quarter panel is in such bad shape. With that being said, I did my best, and you can't really see it, but I did my best to line up the marks. See the white marks in there? With where they were at when I was fitting that gas cap. When I did it, look, it's the bee. I realized that this spot was good, this spot was pretty good, but back here was banged up, which sort of makes a lot of sense given that this back of the fender looks like it was in some damage before. So we're gonna let this sit. It's already tacking up pretty nicely. And we're gonna leave the heater on for a little bit. And wow, that sucked. Yeah, this whole thing sucks. But I am a master mechanic now. Not really, but I'm trying. I really am. And I tripped and fell over my fender at some point. So, hopefully, hopefully it doesn't fall apart or whatever, get dented more than it is. Yeah, I think that this is good, honestly, man. I'm gonna turn on the light and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, light is on. Look inside of there. Look how beautiful that fitment is. Woo! So yeah, we got the lines lined up pretty well. As good as we can get it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a win just yet, but we're trying, folks. We're trying for the win. I had to cake up a bunch of stuff in there to try and get it to stick. I don't know if it will, but this is the life, man. Race car life. All right, so would I recommend doing this? No, I would not recommend doing this. I don't know if it was when I was halfway through cutting apart the green car, or when it was halfway through storing body panels behind my garage, or halfway through cutting the panel off of my car, or now that I'm gluing stuff to a bad panel that I thought was good in my garage with stuff I've never worked with before. But yeah, no, would not recommend. 10 out of 10. Anyway, I am gonna wrap this up tonight. Just gonna finish this cigar. It's a really nice cigar, and yeah. So who wants to sponsor EJ2 Track Rat? Yeah. We're getting there, guys and girls. We're getting there. Anyway, peace.